I think for me, it's like, you know, some people draw whatever they need to use to express themselves, but for me, I think my form of expressing myself is through my music. Hi, I'm Addison. I'm a 18-year-old music producer in Calgary, Alberta. Well, I think skateboarding was a really big part of my life. Well, it was for 6 years. It was basically all my life. There was always a major connection for me, skateboarding and music. I always kind of used skateboarding to get away from whatever and just have fun. And I realized more and more, the more that I skateboarded, the more I just listened to music while I did it. And I realized I was kind of at my most happy when I was actually just listening to music. It always like kind of changed my mood and my energy, and there was like certain things that I'd listen to that got me hyped up. And I'd always think like, yeah, I could do stuff like this, I think. Same with my editing, my videos and stuff like that, because I filmed a lot of skateboarding videos. I'd like edit the skateboarding to the beat, and from that I'd have to like listen to the music a lot, and I'd listen to it in depth. I don't know, it really sparked an interest in me for that kind of stuff. The most inspiration I found in the music type, and for my films I usually generally use like rap, hip hop, because it's high energy and it's a 4x4 most of the time. So it was a little bit easier, more predictable to edit your videos to. It made the whole vibe a lot cooler. A 4x4 is just a beat signature basically. So within a bar, which is one full count, it'll be broken up into fourths. So 1/1, 1/2, and then so forth. A lot of other music uses like 3x4, sometimes 2x4. But yeah, hip hop, mainly because of the origination from jazz music and disco music, became a 4/4. The moment I decided that making music was really for me was through one of my friends I met through skateboarding. He kind of made music, so we'd all go over to his house, we'd all hang out, and then he'd start making music and stuff and playing on the keyboard. I always thought about it, and I'd always leave his house thinking about it and like how cool it was to me. So then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna give it a shot, and from the second that I did, it's basically been my whole life. I didn't go to school for music or anything, so basically I just locked myself in my room and just study it all myself on the internet, find different sources, stuff like that. So I started producing music in February, it'll be 2 years. The first year opportunity-wise and stuff like that really was pretty slow. I have to admit, I don't even think I was that good. But this past year, I've started to get a lot more opportunities, starting to work with a lot of new people. A lot of the people I'm connected with are from like all over the States, Florida mostly. That's where my record label is based. Yeah, it's really cool because you get to meet people from different cultures and stuff like that. I'm starting to get paid for what I do. The record label I'm with is called Inzai Records. It's still pretty small right now, but we've had guys that feature tracks with like Playboy Cardi, Project Pat, Juicy J. So there's some pretty big names. So far we're just working on getting a basis for ourselves. I get my inspiration from my music, it's basically from my day-to-day activities. I can't go home feeling happy and try and make a sad song or something like that. Like that doesn't work. Like, you just have to make what you feel. And there's days where I'll listen to so much music by one specific person that I end up making something that sounds like what they make. And then there's days where I just don't listen to any music at all except for what I'm making. It all depends on really my mood, how I'm feeling. My future with music is definitely something I want to keep as something fun. The second it turns into a business that's just like a chore to me, that's when it's game over. I know I won't be able to make anything else. But for right now, in this part of my life, it's definitely like what I'm in love with. It's like my escape, I guess. It's my way to convey what I feel. And you know, growing up, there was a lot of pressure to be on sports teams and to be athletic and to do basically what guys do. And I did for a lot of my childhood, but the older I got, the more I realized that, you know, team sports and stuff like that was not for me. I didn't like having a set time where I have to go and practice for a certain amount of time, and then once that's done, it's done. If I want to practice on something for 7 hours one day and practice on 0 for the next, that's what I want to do. I felt that sports really didn't hold a fire in my heart like they do for some other people. I think what holds that fire is music.